In this video, we're going to talk about using isotope Ozone 5's spectrography, or I'm going to call it spectrography just because I like the sound of it. I don't even care if I'm right. To solve problems. Sometimes it's difficult to hear things, or if you hear it, you don't really know how to solve it. And sometimes the eyeballs are handy tools. I don't ever fully trust the eyes when it comes to audio, but at the same time, there's no reason not to. I don't know, if I had 3 hands, I'd probably use those 2, which is a Total Recall joke for you old people. Anyway, let's listen to it. My assistant, who I'm going to call, I can't decide between Ruprecht or Igor. He's a metal guy, and he knows he can play and all that business, but he read on some gent metal forum, yeah, here we go, that you should boost the living hell out of 1.7K on the tube screamer in front, and this is on an XFX. Well, which is, maybe that works most of the time, or even some of the time, what do I care? But it didn't work this time, and so we're going to learn how to fix it. I'm going with Ruprecht today. All right, so let's listen here. And we're a little thin. This isn't a finished mix or anything, so leave me alone. But what I'm hearing on these guitars is this. He goes ding, and he goes and he goes ding, ding. Every time that ding, it's just obnoxious. And it probably won't be on every set of speakers you hear this on. So if you don't hear this, then just work with me. Ozone sees it, and that's actually a good clue. But we could sweep through and find this, and this would be my default way of doing it. But I'm just kind of looking for other options to get better at this and to a different perspective, I guess, sometimes. So let's listen to it again and pay attention to those. It's just really painful on both my monitors and my headphones, which if it's painful on any speaker any of the time, it's usually a bad sign. Speakers that I'm used to. So anyway, that's a part of getting your monitoring together, but you learn to trust that stuff. We'll listen one more time here. Okay, that's bad to me. It's just really bad, and it doesn't fit well at all. And if we had a vocal or something, it'd be fighting it, and that's all bad news. Okay, so I've got Ozone fired up here. I don't know what I'm doing with dynamics, but anyway, and this is on my guitar bus. We have 2 hard pan guitars. These were done with an XFX, and I gave him 10 minutes, and he's not really that familiar with the XFX. So when you only have 10 minutes to learn a brand new tool, you know, whatever. But time is money. So let's hit play here, and let's watch and see what this pretty little Ozone thing does here. And this is one of those things where if you first fire it up, you go, okay, pretty. It looks like, I don't know, the Earth's crust or Earth's core, or whatever. How neat. And it looks like a bunch of gibberish. You really don't see a whole lot. And there's all kinds of settings for this, by the way. Let's actually turn the height up. I just now found this. Let's see what that sounds like. Or see it. Okay, now, as I've put a little bit of time into this doodad, man, I wish I could freeze that. I just found a freeze button. I guess I should learn how to work this thing before I do a video on it. Okay, and if you were watching, anytime it went, this little guy right here lit up. And I would assume, I mean, again, guitars don't have to be flat or anything like that. Very few instruments are just linear. That's kind of, doesn't make any sense. But it's natural to have this low end, you know, okay, I'm cool with that. It's within parameters. We got some there, which I'm not too big about or worried about either. That's part of the chunk of the guitar, most likely, maybe. But why do we have these little peaks showing up? Now, let me unfreeze this damn thing and watch. You'll see every time it goes, dang, we're getting these little white guys to light up. You know what that is? That is our exact problem. So now all we have to do, the only problem with this 3D business is it's not totally straight, and so identifying the frequency is a little tricky, but you just have to follow it back down to, I don't know if you can see it in the video very well, but we got 1500 here, and 100 hertz, and 2000 hertz here. We're going to pay attention. I'm going to take a wild guess it's right there, and that means, to me, 1700 hertz, 1.7K. Now, let's see. Let's fire up our EQ, and I got some Cambridge EQ. Gotta kill this meter now. Maybe I can just move it over here. Let's just do that. Okay, so I've got an EQ, and I've already dealt with this a little bit, 1.7K, and I've got the Q up max, so it'll be super thin little sliver, because that's all we want to do is a little surgery here. And we push that little button, and I'm yanking out 10 decibels. I'm not being shy here. And let's hear it now, and let's watch it too. You know what that is? That's fixed. That was an obnoxious mistake that Ruprecht made. I'm making fun of him. It's all part of the fun here. But we dealt with it with surgery, and this is one of those advantages of having super high IQ for equalizers. Sometimes little problems like this can be solved by just monkeying around, and there's no damage to the rest of the riff. Apparently, we don't really need 1.7 a whole lot in this particular tone. I'm going to hit play again with it off. And the EQ, I mean, and then hit play with it on. All right, off. And this is just one of many ways to identify these kinds of problems, and if you think I went too heavy-handed with that, that's your business. You could just use less. But the point here is that the Ozone 5 Spectrography, Spectrography, was an awesome tool for helping us find problem areas that maybe the sweep technique wouldn't illustrate as well. So if you're having a problem with something and not really sure where it's coming from, try Ozone 5's Spectrography and see what happens. Thanks, guys. Bye.